Brickweed is making a surprising comeback among smokers, and it's not just nostalgia driving this trend. Once seen as the low-grade option, brickweed is now being embraced for its unique characteristics. With its compressed form, it's often more affordable, making it accessible for casual users. Plus, many are appreciating its earthy flavors and the laid-back high it delivers. As cannabis culture evolves, people are rediscovering the charm of this classic strain, proving that sometimes the old-school ways can still hold their own in a world of premium buds. It's a reminder that variety is the spice of life, even in the cannabis community.
What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land? How are you?
Hello, my darlings.
You got your brickweed ready?
I didn't know that was the hot new strain that was going around.
Oh, all the kids are clamoring for the brickweed, G3. It's making a comeback. Didn't you hear? It's all about the earthy terps, the subtle high, and the affordability. Don't forget that.
Of course. If I don't have seeds popping in my face, I'm not happy about it.
Well, I am just glad I don't have any brickweed tonight. Let me tell you, or ever again.
When was the last time you even had brickweed? Really?
Sometime around Easter 2007. If I had to pin it, no, I have no idea. G3. It was probably way later than
way
that,
back.
To be honest. Like it was. Well, I mean, like not way back. No, I mean probably.
Mine is way back.
2014. I mean, we were
10 11 years ago.
Dude, this is Prohibition land, Pennsylvania.
It certainly is.
We didn't, we never had that type of, like there would be droughts, there would be just bud shortages, and you got what you could get,
Yeah, I was too casual of a user to make that count in my life, so.
Well, if you have an old like little green Nick sack laying around, like one of those little green baggies, they used to sell like a $5 worth of it in. I don't think I have any, but I should have kept some just for nostalgia.
I should have kept some. I kick myself all the time because I had in a like random purse back from college that I had shoved in a suitcase somewhere was this tiny Altoids tin, and it had probably 25 cannabis seeds in it and I'm talking these are from like 1998.
Hell yeah.
So they're from like a while ago, like when I was first even found out what weed was. So long.
You gotta wonder
so
what
innocent G3, and I had those and I threw them away.
Damn. I mean,
because all the time. Could you imagine the genetics that would have been in those? Although, after that long, like, do you really think that they would have popped? Maybe.
I'm sure you could get a couple of them too. Yes, and
maybe.
You have to wonder
worth it?
What the strain was.
Maybe I had one of the original skunks. Who knows?
You never know.
Throw it away.
Because I believe it is the drying and the curing of the product that resulted in the brick. You know what I mean? Like it was just a lack of care or even knowledge at that time. Like it was just, necessity. You had to just compress it, ship it across the border.
A lot of them were like, guerrilla grows.
In the frame of a Ford Suburban.
They just, they didn't care if things were stressed out. They didn't care if things harmed. They don't care if there are males in there. They just don't fucking care.
Well,
get as much product as you can, as fast as you can, as cheap as you can. Get it into hands of buyers.
Exactly, but that doesn't mean like I'm just saying if you grew it now with your methods, all organic up in like a LED lit tent with all the methods we use now as growers, like I bet you could get some really good stuff out of that.
Oh yes,
You know,
this is a nurture problem, not a nature problem.
yeah. I mean, if you separated the males and the females, you did the whole thing. I mean, you'd get amazing. Like, who knows what you could get out of that? So, yeah,
I
find
absolutely agree.
some brickweed, separate those seeds and stems, and grow a couple. Who
Why
knows?
not? I mean, it's essentially like the original bag seed, right?
The OG. That's right, Jay. Yeah. I mean, I bet, using the methods that we have at our disposal today, you could take a seed from that swag that, like, you can smell it right now, that brown. We're not even talking high mids, man. I'm talking about that brown brickweed. It crumbled, and like the seeds would just come out everywhere, and it was just stems. It just snap, crackle, pop when you lit it. That type of stuff. It would turn out fire. I guarantee. It was a problem in the dry and the cure, and in the
I agree with you
process
because
itself.
even when you got like, I don't know, the higher level brickweed, top shelf brickweed, the ones that was not quite nugs yet, but it wasn't that brown like seaweed looking stuff either. It was a little bit better
There's that
than
high mids.
that. Those
High
high mids.
mids.
I totally
It's
forgot where I
like,
was
damn,
going
it's
with that.
green. That's awesome.
Right, but some of those you'd smoke some of those, and they were nearly psychedelic.
Yes.
And
Very unusual
even
effects.
yes, and you don't find a whole lot of that anymore. But there were some things, even the seriously mids or low mids that I smoked way back when I would be an absolute space cadet on the moon
For
from
sure.
this like super shitty week. Could you imagine
Yeah.
if you grew that thing like to her full glory?
I can only imagine. Just I do believe. There's been a lot of discussion about this type of stuff. Like, I don't think it's just looking back at the past with rose-colored glasses or like just nostalgia effect. Like, we definitely got higher back in the day from what is was clearly like an inferior grade product too. Like, and that doesn't really correlate. Like that, I don't quite understand that. You know, we have this high potency product, 30+% THC strains. Yet, I I I remember getting higher for longer with less product, and that's not just like my 40-year-old tolerance. Like I'm an old pro now. Seasoned veteran here, but that's not what this is. Like,
No,
I was a
because I mean
veteran when I was
the the
22, 23. You know,
the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, right? We start breeding specifically for high THC numbers because that's what we knew about and that's where the education was. And that was something that people could stick a pin in and be like, look at this number. It's super high. That means it's good. That means you want it. Here you go. And it made it really kind of easy and cut and dry. But there's so much more to the plant. And we know that now. And it's kind of like, what we did to pugs, the poor things. They used to be like ferocious hunting dogs. And I love pugs now. They're adorable in those tiny squishy faces, but the poor darlings can't breathe. Right. They're they're drowning in their own like oh poor sweet things.
it's
I love
but
pugs.
yeah,
They have
yeah,
such
like
wonderful personalities, but yes, we bred that into them, just like
yeah, for
we
the
may have
sake of
bred high THC into these strains, but we bred out a lot of other things like breathing.
okay, fair analogy. Like for aesthetic purposes, or maybe just THC number percentage purposes. Like we bred this effect into the plant, like for our desires, which wasn't really like the plant's intention ever. Like, and we are definitely losing something from the
Right.
process here. Like, I mean, Yeah,
There's
like
only 100%. If your THC is at 38 of those, what's gone? What what did we lose that
yeah,
we had no
no,
idea we even lost?
agreed, agreed. You know, secondary cannabinoids and terpenes that just like lost to the annals of history,
Just gone.
like the
And we didn't
Library of
even know
Alexandria.
what we had because really the education wasn't even truly there or available
That's
to,
sad to
or
think
like
about. It
easily
really is.
accessible. It is.
And
It's horribly
and
sad to
it's
think
like
about.
as photogenic and really beautiful as like the breeding has gotten. Like it's we have these beautiful looking buds, the density, the I mean even terps. We got great flavors now, terpenes, but there truly is just something lacking from the high. And I don't know really how to quantify it. You know, like it was a length of the high as well as like just a deepness of the high. Like, you know, you just have giggle fits and
Yes, it
like,
was multi-layered. There were
yeah,
like phases to it.
yeah,
You like
yeah.
started and it was like kind of silly and super giggly and you're laughing and then like your munchies hit and you're like, "Oh my God, I'm starving." And then at some point it just like relaxes into this quiet, easy silence. And that's when the music really picks up and you get
Mm-hmm.
those, like, you get deep into those songs and you start hearing things you never heard before. It was a journey, it was a whole experience.
Yeah, a little bit more like a
And now
trip.
it's just Tuesday morning.
Well,
you know?
and you know, granted, a little bit of that is just like us having like smoked bong after bong for the last 20 something years, or you know, however long it's been. It's like it loses a little bit of its luster, like
Yeah.
its romanticism. But like, no, I truly do remember like having almost tripping like effects where I would just be like giggling and yeah, just giggling and then getting introspective and then like coming out of it at the end feeling like you experienced something like yeah, just kind of like a trip.
Yep. All for
So we got some
bullshit
people
numbers that don't mean
theorizing
anything.
that it's the pesticides were the reason that it slapped
Oh,
back then. Yeah, it's that could be. You know, like who knows what you were smoking back in those days? Like maybe yeah, maybe it was the like the bug shit on your plants that never got washed off.
they're not bud washing.
No, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you just don't know, man. But
Right. Oh yeah, look at this.
well,
How much do you think they're fudging the THC percent for sales? So we've talked about this
mm,
before. And THC percentage is a totally bullshit number.
for sure.
It is absolutely fudgeable based on moisture content. So if you have super, super dry bud, like a lot of the industry likes to sell, your THC percentage is going to go up. Like, and not just a little bit, a lot. A lot. So
Yeah.
yeah, we've talked about that before, but yes, absolutely. They are screwing around with THC numbers because a lot of the time that's what people look at. But luckily, the education is coming and people are starting to look more at other cannabinoids and be interested in other cannabinoids and use them properly in their lives and look at terpene profiles and how those will affect them. And it's a beautiful, I guess, evolution to using this plant in an appropriate and respectful way where it can really help you. Not just having a fun time with your buds that you don't even realize that you're getting medical benefit from it, but like consciously, intentionally using it for both recreational and medicinal benefits.
Cool. Wow, I love it. I love it. Well,
That being said, what are you
that begs
smoking
the
tonight?
question. Yeah, that that begs the question. What are you smoking on? I received a care package from a listener.
Me too.
Cumin. Yeah, you got
Yes,
some
yes, yes,
cumin bud.
yes.
All right, cool.
What a
he
spectacular
sent
human being he
way
is.
too much, like people tend
Right?
to do. You know what I mean? He's just got a
So
lot of different
generous. Our
strains.
community is so incredibly generous and human. You are spectacular, and we
Yeah,
can't
we
wait to
we
get into
were
this.
lucky enough to meet him at the meetup, hang out, smoke a couple ball vapes together. I was gonna say vol vapes, no ball vapes.
Ooh,
Um,
all
it was a
right, you
pleasure.
say?
Yeah, pig Latin.
Yeah, and I haven't done that in a long time. Okay.
It was so fun.
Came out of the back recesses. Okay. Continue.
So yeah, I'm curious now which one you picked from the like the bouquet of different strains, which a
Oh my
lot of
gosh.
them were night owls. I
Yep.
noticed a lot of
Mm-hmm.
night owls, like a lot of some of which I've grown like one or two of them before. Like I think I grew there was a Cosmic Queen cross in there that I grew, but
Yeah, Grape
everything
Crinkle
else,
crossed with Cosmic Queen. That is the only thing that I've grown was the Cosmic Queen and not the Grape Crinkle Cosmic Queen cross, just Cosmic Queen. So I've grown a parent one of the
okay.
things he sent. So these are all brand new to me, which is great.
Well, yeah. So
What
I
did you
picked
pick? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Night Owl Photo Tester. Didn't know there was such a thing, right? Like, yeah, the Night Owl Photo Period Tester strain, which is Durban Poison crossed with Hippie Slayer.
Yep, I got to pick the same one.
Did you really? Is that what
I
you're smoking
absolutely
too?
did. The reason why was because I was like, shit. I just got it like almost right before the show, just a little while before the show. And I was like, what am I going to choose? I don't have time to like go through and look at all of these. I was like, I don't want to like bug human and be like, which one of these should I smoke tonight? I just want to like
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
one and kind of see what happens. So I was just like, well, what do I know about any of these names? And I was like, well, I know Cosmic Queen. She smells a lot like Cosmic Queen. And I know how she acts, so that was a good option. And then I saw the Durban Poison, and I was like, well, she's definitely up. That's an
Mm-hmm.
up, happy, talkative, great strain. I don't know what Hippie Slayer is, but it definitely sounds indica-ish with the Slayer. So I'm guessing we've
Maybe.
got a sativa, maybe a sativa heavy hybrid because Durban's definitely they kind of have bully genetics, so they tend to swing things sativa heavy. Um,
Yeah, Durban
yeah.
definitely
So
does.
in honor of staying awake during the show, Durban Poison. So yes, that's
No,
why I picked
that's
it. So why did you choose it?
I for lots of the same reasons. Yeah, just talkative, kind of show appropriate strain. Smelled fantastic. Had
Yes,
a really like deep, like dark green slash purple type
purple.
appearance. Yeah,
Yes,
very purple.
beautiful.
Yeah, just smelled nice, looked exotic, and yeah, I'm so many indicas in my jars. I was just like, yeah, give me something a little different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's that profile she's given you?
I'm getting like actually like a nice skunkiness from her. Like yeah, it has a really good, I would say earthy is
Mm-hmm.
the first note, like
I
second
get a,
note gas and skunk.
I get like peppery. Like it almost makes my mouth tingly a little bit
Yeah, yeah,
when I
peppercorn.
inhale it. Like some pepper in there for sure. So it's lovely. I like
Uh,
it a lot.
it's great. Yeah, it is
Good
great.
job, sir.
And, so Hippie Slayer is an indica dominant strain crossed by, let's see, crossing the Dirty Hippie and Roadkill Skunk. So yeah, there's a little bit of
Oh
skunkiness
yeah,
in
it's
there.
exactly what Mission Green just said. Dirty hippie and roadkill skunk.
That's cool. Yeah, well, there you go.
Skunk definitely is in there.
I picked that up right away. Um, Man, yeah, really cool. Nice hybrid. Not all in, not all sativa for sure. But yeah, very
Yeah.
nice. Thank you, Cumin.
Thank you, sir. I'm hoping she has that like nice sativa head and indica body, you know, and not
Yes.
vice versa.
Sometimes I like those confusing ones. Like that was that like cherry banana bomb kind of thing where it was just you're like almost like miserably like just disoriented. Not
It
miserably. It's a terrible word for it. You're happily disoriented, but you're just like hopelessly incapacitated from it.
yes. Yeah.
This I feel like I can operate heavy machinery a little easier and stuff like that.
I definitely get the indica body. I can feel it in my arms. So
Little heavy. Yeah.
little
Yeah.
it is a little heavy. Yeah. If I start
Well,
forgetting things,
it's awesome.
we'll know it's indica.
Yeah, I want another one now that you mention it. Well, yeah, thanks again, Cumin. And there he is in the chat. Look at
Ah,
that. He says, please enjoy. Yeah, I will.
I am
You
very
don't need
much
to tell
so.
me twice. I'm smoking OPP.
Yeah, you know me.
Delicious stuff, man. So yeah, tonight, we're going to talk about what the hell we do in between our grows. Because
The
as you
liminal
know,
period.
yeah, we're in limbo.
Yeah.
We are in the dormant stage of the grow.
Falling between the cracks.
However, not an unimportant part of the process at
A
all.
very important part, in fact. The foundation for your entire next grow.
It can be. It can be.
I mean, you don't clean your tent and you leave shit in there and your next plants get sick. You didn't build a good house, little piggy. Bricks, not straw.
100% G3. Now you mentioned just right off the bat one of the pillars, let's say, of like in between run practices would be cleaning. Cleaning up after yourself, like your mom
The
always
the
taught you.
most minimal thing you can do between them, really, is clean your damn tent. Please.
Clean your damn
For the
tent.
love of the goddess, clean your
And
damn
that
tent.
doesn't mean like, let's see. So I wouldn't say like between every cycle you need to disassemble everything, wipe every surface like that. Maybe,
There are there are levels.
yeah. There's levels of
There's
cleanliness for sure.
in between clean and then there's deep clean. And I do deep clean probably every probably third grow, every other to every third grow, depending on what has happened in the grow itself.
And what does that mean to you exactly? Like when you say deep clean, it's taking apart your fans, it's wiping every
Everything.
surface.
Ducting comes down, fans come down, lights get dropped, everything gets wiped down, every cord, every cable, every inch of the tent gets wiped down and disinfected with like a bleach solution. All of my
Okay, I was
poles
gonna
get
ask
wiped
what you
down
use.
every way around. All of my like wires in the outside of the tent itself gets cleaned. I re-lubricate my zippers. I try and make sure that I do as much as possible clean, both like take the bottom tray out and make sure the bottom of the actual tent itself is clean, as well as the tray that sits inside it, and make sure there's no holes that need to be patched or anything like that. Just as deep as you can get. You take those fans, you take the fronts off, you make sure all of those blades are wiped down. Everything that you can wipe down, you wipe down. Everything. Careful when you're wiping your
Love it.
lights. If you're wiping the actual light side themselves, use something like a microfiber cloth or one of the like glasses cleaning cloths or something that's really, really gentle, or you will scratch your lights. And you don't want to do that. Don't do that.
Don't do it. Just
Yes. So
don't do
that's
it.
what I do to deep clean. It literally is I clean every inch of the entire thing. And if I have something like pests, that happens after the grow regardless. If I have something like mold, happens after the grow regardless. anything like that. If I have just a standard grow and I deep cleaned it the last round, then like I'll go in and I will just wipe everything down it pretty easily. Spray down the walls of the tent, wipe everything
Okay.
down, wipe the cords.
Now you mentioned you use like a watered down bleach solution.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. That's fine. A lot of people like to use it's O3. What's the? I'm thinking of like the chemical signature. It's hydrogen peroxide, right?
It's H2O2.
H
But yeah.
H2O2. It's
Yes,
O3. That's
hydrogen
like
peroxide.
ozone. No, not
Mm.
ozone. Yeah, hydrogen peroxide you can use.
You can. I don't like the smell of hydrogen
No,
peroxide, to tell you the truth. So I much bleach smells more like clean to me. But I'll bleach down and then I'll let it all
yeah,
dry and then I'll wipe it down with like a nice smelling organic cleanser as well. So it's not like overwhelmingly bleach. And then I also let it air out after that for at least 24 hours before I consider putting plants in it.
I like it. I've used, any kind of cleaning product will work. I've used ammonia to wipe tents, to wipe products. Um, I prefer the smell of ammonia over bleach. If you're going to use one of those two, now don't use both. Don't use both. Just a heads up,
No, not
one
a
or
good
the
idea.
other. Vinegar works great too. Vinegar, like
White vinegar.
actually kind of
Yeah.
like the smell of vinegar too. So
I love the smell.
yeah, isn't that weird? I
Yes.
love a vinegary smell. So yeah, vinegar would work. Now I there's a product I'm thinking of on the Build a Soil website, EM5. It's like it's kind of an IMO derived cleaning product. It's made from
Hmm.
like, the JLF process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So really cool.
E3, says Maddie.
EM3? I thought it was EM5, dude. I just looked at it. Let's see.
Fight, fight, fight.
I could be, I very well could be wrong. Hold on.
Oh yeah, this is an
So,
excellent point. Bleach is the smell of clean for sure. Yep, I agree. I worry about the mylar surface degrading. I absolutely agree with that too. That's why you
mm,
need to use the right dilution. You can't have it be too strong. It's also why I use the bleach first, more as a killing agent, and then the second organic cleanser as more of like the wiping everything clean element, if that makes sense. So yes,
it
just as
does.
do you make sure that you are diluting your bleach solution if you are using bleach. So thank you for
Yeah,
bringing that up.
for sure. For sure. Yeah, I think here it is EM5, by the way. But no worries. Just got to get the right number if you're looking for it. That's all. But yeah, this is like a vinegar kind of derived. It has like a microbe solution in it too. It apparently is a gentle enough formula to use, like while you have live plants in the garden too. Like I wouldn't want to use ammonia or bleach during a run, but I would use this stuff if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What does the 5 stand for? Do they tell you? Or is
I
it
don't
just
know.
a ridiculous number?
Don't know. It's one of those things like in the ingredients it says it contains EM1, so maybe this is like the fifth step of the process in like the
What's
kind
an
of
EM? How many EMs should I have?
it's a
Are
great
more
great
EMs
question.
better? Is there an
Great question.
EM6? Is there an EM10?
I don't know, they even teach you how to make your own if you want, like
Oh, nice. I always
it's
enjoy it when a company does that.
really cool. So yeah, very easy to make. It's like, you know, they assume you know what EM1 is, which is funny. So we're gonna have to start there and figure out how to make
All right,
EM1. But
I
then
need
all
to
you
like
need is
start a
molasses,
list of things I need to
vinegar,
look up.
alcohol. plant material, and you warm water and ferment.
What the heck is EM1?
Well, that's the magic, G3. Well,
I feel like I'm being
something we can
gatekept.
look into for sure. But just saying, this is something I hear a lot of people have success with. Again, you can use it during the run. It's gentle enough to like not mess with your plants. And actually, this is something you can use for like reservoir and line cleaning as well.
Okay, so EM1 is Effective Microorganisms 1, a liquid inoculant containing naturally occurring beneficial yeasts, photosynthetic bacteria, and lactic acid bacteria, developed by Professor
Boom.
Teruo Higa. So it's a microorganism concentrate.
Okay. Very cool. Like I interesting that like a microorganism is helping you kind of clean whatever it is you're wiping it on. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know,
I
just
kind of
interesting.
love that idea. It goes kind of hand in hand with the living soil idea. You just build these tiny microorganism armies to do your bidding.
Yeah, well, they can kind of do a lot of things, G3. Like
I think
that's
it's amazing.
that is the beauty of it.
The true power behind the things I didn't even know it existed like this. So,
The microbes are the dominant life forms on this planet, and they've evolved to fill a lot of like evolutionary niches. And it's yeah, just really cool. So yeah, you
yeah, it's so
grab
easy
yourself some.
symbiotically with them too.
Oh,
Never
you
knew.
got them living inside you.
Right.
You're responsible for like your gut health and all that stuff. It's like yeah, we as humans utilize the power of microorganisms to help us like digest food and all that stuff. Yeah, super cool. We've
Mhm.
only begun to understand the symbiosis between our worlds.
Oh man, what we're gonna know in 10 years.
Yeah, or a
Because really,
hundred.
as growing becomes more and more available, they're going to become more and more plant nerds. I mean, have you ever met more plant nerds in your life in the community? And I mean that in the best way possible. The people in our community are so brilliant and so well informed and so knowledgeable about the tiny little intricacies of every single part of growing. And it is mind blowing. Like, the sheer amount of knowledge is
It is,
incredible. I love you,
and
plant nerds.
and we're
It's
all just
great.
sharing it. Like everyone's
Yes.
sharing info, experimenting with different techniques and methods that we're picking up from other great growers. It's like yeah, we're accelerating like the rate at which like we're growing as growers is only getting faster and faster and faster. It's crazy to think
Absolutely.
about.
Because growers are such amazing outside of the box thinkers. And they really are like, okay, I don't have everything I'm supposed to have for this, but I have 75% of it. What else can I do to make this happen? Or this environment's not quite working for me. What crazy thing can I rig up to make this work for me? And it's just incredible. It's
Yep.
incredible. The amount of knowledge. So that's just going to push it so much forward. 10 years from now, it the growing is going to look totally different.
It will, but it
Well,
will, but it
it won't,
won't.
but it
Like
won't. I
it's
think it will
at the
advance a
end of the
lot. I
day,
think
it's
our
like
knowledge in 10 years is going to be significant compared to what it is now.
yeah. I hope it's kind of like a full circle thing where we figure out exactly what it was that we lost somewhere along the
Oh,
way.
that'd be
We
great.
can put that back into the plant. Wouldn't that be nice? But
Hopefully it gets less regulated and not more so.
fingers crossed. So, all right, cleaning was one
Yes.
of our must do type things between runs. You must clean. I don't care how thorough you want to get with it, but you must clean. Okay? Like, however you perceive that, get it to that point.
That also includes getting rid of your plant skeletons, which I know a lot of people are very guilty of, just letting skeletons like stack up in a corner. I have done that myself. Getting like plants out of pots if you're not no-till, and getting those pots cleaned. All included in cleaning.
That is, I mean, that's, you're like taking the thoughts out of my head. That's not, that's like the next step. We've cleaned.
That's
like
all
if
cleaning.
we clean. No, it's not.
It
It is, but
absolutely is. That pot is dirty because it has a dead plant in it. I need to clean it
okay.
so that
So
I can
here's the
use
question. Here's the question I have for you, G3. Excuse me. Sorry. So in between runs, you're an organic grower, and you want to keep your network of mycelia intact. You want to keep, all like, you don't necessarily want to like disturb the soil. You want to go no-till, all these things.
Mm-hmm.
So theoretically, you're not emptying your pot and cleaning it and
True.
sterilizing it and doing all that stuff. Like, you're just not. You're gonna leave it right where it is. You're probably gonna like rip out that root ball from right in the center of the pot, or like after a few days, the root ball can just kind of be ripped out
Yes.
without
Yeah.
disturbing much else. Like that doesn't leave you room for cleaning your pots. Like, how are you gonna
Well, you don't
navigate
really, I guess. So cleaning pots primarily is for your salt growers, DWC, um, one and done organic growers, or people who are taking their soil completely out of their pots, putting them into a tote to re-amend it or use it again, or getting on new soil. So the only case where you're dealing with something like that is literally in a no-till situation, which is not a huge amount of growers, but it is growers. And there are still ways you can clean your pots if you have a living soil bed. It's not difficult. Like, you can see what it looks like if the outside has like whatever growth on it.
Yeah, like a green
Or
algae.
yeah, if you've got
Yeah.
algae, if you've got any type of crystallization
Mm-hmm.
from any newts or supplements you may have
Minerals. Yeah.
given, whatever. If the tray it's sitting in happens to have like a biofilm or something like that on it. If
Oh
you
yeah.
have an automated system, your lines and all of that are all connected to that as well. So there are still
Biofilms.
ways that
Ugh.
you can clean it, wiping everything down, cleaning the pot itself, making sure that if you're not going to actually get rid of the soil, I think that part of cleaning is making sure that your soil is clean too, making sure there's no bugs in it, making sure
Yep.
that it looks decent, that visually there's no anything to make you be like, oh, I have to deal with this.
Okay.
So you can deal with it without dumping out the entire pot and pressure washing it. There's still a
So
level
I
of
guess
cleaning
my question
that you
is,
can
do
do.
you plan on in between every harvest, like taking, remember our conversation a few episodes ago? It's 100 gallons of soil in your bed. Are you
Mm-hmm.
going to remove that soil from the bed
Fuck no.
and clean in between each? It's like, yeah, no, of course not.
No.
Who would?
But you
That's
should
crazy.
have, if you know that you're going to be running long term with a no-till bed and the soil is going to be doing its own thing and becoming an environment in itself in this pot, make sure you get a pot that can last. You don't want your pot like disintegrating on you because it's this like cheapo fabric pot you picked up on Amazon, and it's
Yeah, it's
dealing with this huge amount of soil
got to be
weight
sturdy.
and moisture and all of that. So make sure that you get equipment that can like handle the situation you're going to be putting them into. And then yeah, absolutely. I'm going to have 48 gallons or whatever in there.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not moving
you're
that
not.
thing again. She's in there
All right.
forever.
Her,
I
so you
might put her on there on this like spinny thing, but I don't know.
like a
I think she's
lazy
just going to be in a
Susan type
tray.
situation. That'd be
Yeah, we'll
cool.
see.
That'd be cool.
We'll see.
So yeah, I agree. Like even in my 9-gallon Autopot XXL pots, right? Like I'm not. They're big pots. They're heavy. You know, like they're when they're fully saturated, those suckers are heavy. I do not like I ain't moving my plants. You know. So yeah, picture like the run ends. The soil is still basically saturated, right? You turn off the autopot, you chop the plant, you turn off like the reservoir, right? Chop the plant, and then it's like, all right, it's fully saturated soil. What now for me, right? I leave it there. I'm like you. I'm not emptying it after every round. You you know, in between runs, re-amending is a must for me at least. You know, I don't have like a 45 100-gallon bed, like a 3x3 bed. But even in a bed, you would be re-amending, correct?
I would think so. So this is my first time running living soil like this and keeping soil long term. So this is all new for me. But that is
Okay.
my plan
Yeah,
is to
I'm
re-amend after to
sure
test
you're
and
gonna
re-amend after
re-amend.
each run. But what do you do when you because
I
you
don't.
do
So I'm
re-amend
not
your
doing any
soil?
testing. Yeah, I'm not doing any
Hmm.
testing. It's just a general kind of re-amend. You know, if there's room in the pots, you can do this without emptying the pots. Now, I will tell you, like emptying the pots and like dumping your soil into a tub and like mixing it up and re-amending it that way is the better way to do it. Usually for me, 'cause I'm not going like full no-till. You know, it doesn't really like matter. So I find if I do actually break up the soil, let it kind of cook in a tote for a couple weeks after I do this process, it works a little better. But you can achieve this by just top dressing on top of the pot itself, right? Either way. Now my method of doing it is really easy. It's 2 ingredients. Well, I shouldn't say that. 3 ingredients now. 3 ingredients. Craft blend from Build a Soil, right? That's your there you go. General kind of meat and potatoes stuff. You got minerals, like rock phosphates, all that stuff. A lot of calcium. Some type of compost. My preferred one, as always, is worm castings. Right? The fresher, the darker, like the richer looking, the better, of course. If you make your own, even better. So yeah,
Have you
those
considered
are.
it? I mean, if you have a large bed, probably 48 gallons, can I just put the worms in my soil?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Right?
oh yeah.
What's the smallest size do you think you can use to have actual worms in the pot or bed itself? I wonder what the minimum is.
It's a good question. I don't
Because
know.
otherwise
Chat. What do you think?
they might run out of food. It needs to stay in balance. So
They do. You don't want to. Yeah,
you don't want to
like
like
I wouldn't
throw
want
the
to
whole thing out of whack. So I want to
introduce a.
know like so you need some size. I'm wondering
Yeah.
what that is. So I'm gonna look that up. I'll find out. I'll put things
Plus,
on Discord.
yeah,
I gotta write that down. I'm gonna forget it.
to have a thriving worm population, you definitely need like a homeostasis of sorts, and there's got to be a minimum amount of soil for that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my two things I start with right away: craft blend, worm castings. The third thing is something I've kind of come upon recently, which is those micronutrients like your iron, your molybdenums, your
I love that word.
all right, I love saying
Molybdenum.
that.
How amazing is
Molybdenum.
that word? Molybdenum.
Molybdenum. all that cool stuff. Yeah, like that's not really found. Like that's it's probably inbuilt. It's probably in Craft Blend, but not in like an available form. It's something that like you just want to. It's never going to hurt you to add that stuff back in. Like one of the yeah, you just micro amendments or something like it's constantly coming out of the soil that you're not always thinking about adding back in. So get yourself a product or two or whatever. Like I like the one from Build a Soil called Big Six. Can I bring that up? You know what
Hmm.
that's? Yeah, Big Six, and it's like
I
the
do not have
six
that one just
main
sitting here.
micro
So,
amendments.
yeah.
Can we name them? That is the question. I know it's iron's one,
Molybdenum.
molybdenum's another. Yeah, right. What are they? That's the question. Let's see. Clickety click. There we go. Big Six micronutrients plus humic acid. We got boron, cobalt, copper, molybdenum, zinc, and iron.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So again, like not necessarily the stuff that's on the top of your mind when you're thinking
But
about
it's
re-amending.
super important because they'll throw
Yeah,
some weird ass deficiencies
dude.
at
Yeah.
you.
You don't want to have to like figure out that you have a molybdenum deficiency. Trust me.
It would
Like that's
take, I mean, it would take me a long time to land on that. So if that all that extra time would my plant would be suffering.
for sure. And like for a tent pirate home grower such as myself who is not doing soil testing and really you can do that. Don't
How
get me
many
wrong.
people do
You
you
can.
think do test? Do any of you guys test your soil before at any point ever? If there's a problem, or between each grow, or once in a while, or never? I'm just wondering. I don't know. I don't know. I'm such a control freak about this type of stuff. I think I would like the testing just for
I
that sense of that peace of mind,
I
of
think
knowing that
you
I'm not going
yeah.
in with a shitty foundation.
No, you should. If that appeals to you, it's only like 50, $60 to get a soil test, like and then
Man, I wish it was cheaper than that. That's not cheap.
and
50 to $60 for a soil test is not cheap.
Five Bake says never. My test is the fucking around and finding out. Like you pop the beans and guess what? If they fail, they fail. Then we know we have a problem. You know,
Right.
I find
Who was it that said it to me? I don't know if it was Tata Hardo or Terp Therapist. One of them said to me to use cover crop in between grows, like short term, easy sprout cover crop, just to see how it does. And it could be an indication of how your
it's
soil
good.
does
Yeah.
before you throw, a long term, high commitment plant that you're counting on in there. So that's an
Yeah.
interesting test. I thought that was a fun way to do it. But
Yeah,
I
if
still
your
think I would like the printout.
if your clover starts to look super weird and like deformed, you know you got like a toxic amount of like a
Molybdenum.
molybdenum overdose. Yeah. Right. What does a molybdenum excess look like? Have you ever figured that out? Shit, you don't want to deal
Oh my
with
God,
that.
go to Grow Eat Easy, find out.
I don't even know if they have that.
You have
Oh
zinc on
man.
there.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is a great way to just set yourself up to not have to worry about those things by getting an amendment that kind of focuses on that, and in a general re-amending sense, like right, you're taking these things out of the soil, you add them back in. I've told you myself, like I've done this successfully for 3, 4, 5 rounds with the same batch of soil, maybe even more. Okay. There comes a point where it's just not it's just not working anymore. Like maybe you should have gotten that soil test and been more specific with your reamends. You know, like there just comes a point where this general purpose reamending just stops working. Like it's out of whack. Okay, at that point, then you want to get some new soil. But it takes a while to get to there, like really. And what you will find is that on the second, third, even fourth run with this stuff, like it actually the plants look better than the first time you use the soil. It's
How
like
long do you how long
this
do you
shit
let them
happens out of nowhere seemingly when it stops working. It's funny.
how long do you so it's like good one run and then the next run it's just
Yeah.
like no
Yep.
nothing.
Yep. It'll work
Funny.
great for like 3 or 4 runs, and then like on the fifth, it'll just be like, yo, something is off. I don't know quite what it is. Like my plants aren't growing like they should, and it's like in my case, it was the soil just being not
Hmm,
really dialed in anymore, just kind of all over the place. So,
interesting.
in
Do
my
you
in
think
my
with
case,
do you think
maybe
if you tested, do you think it would be at a point where you could re-amend it back into a good point, or at
oh,
that
I'm
point do
sure.
you feel like the soil was just so out of whack for you that it was just easier in the long run to replace it for
Yes, that's what
another
I'm saying.
long series?
I think any soil can be rehabilitated or re-amended. Correct, exactly. APM. If you do it right, you can use the soil forever.
Yeah.
Like that. So what I'm kind of saying is like I'm not doing it right. I'm doing it the easy way. I'm doing it like this is the general purpose.
You're
Throw
halfway there.
throw a
I
couple
think you're
things
more
on
than
top of the
halfway there.
pot. Boom, we have a re-amended soil. Like this isn't like if you want to get about like the agronomy of it and get a soil test and be really specific with what you add and what you know is in there, then yeah, you can use the same soil forever.
How
That's
long
not
do
what
you
I'm
let your
doing.
soil stay fallow before the next run? Like how long do you let it cook?
That's a great question. It depends how long it takes me to get through the cleaning and the all the other things. To be honest, but I've let it sit in the pots fallow without any cover crop, without really any attention to it, water, anything, for 6 weeks,
Okay.
8 weeks, right? 2 months, maybe even between runs. And like, if you got the lights off in the tent and there's no plants in the soil, I mean, you're gonna find that there's moisture still in in the soil itself too. Like there's nothing taking it out. So yeah,
Hmm.
it's not
Do
like
you,
the best case scenario. Like in a living soil, right? Like Luna would tell you in her big 50-gallon bed where she has all this cover crop and different types of stuff, right? You want to keep your soil like alive, very much so during that in between phase, and it's you're putting cover crop in, you're chopping and dropping, you're doing that re-amending process while still like the lights are on, right? You're growing cover crop. The soil is the soil is what you're growing basically,
mhm.
right? Like that. So it's in that sense, like yeah, you wouldn't probably turn your tent off. Like I'm turning everything off. It's like it's in between, you know?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, a real like living soil grower, you're keeping everything running. Everything's still the processes are still happening. Everything's still cycling. The worms are still around there, like wriggling around,
Yeah. I
feeding,
mean, keeping your microbes and
Yeah, yeah,
bacteria,
yeah.
good bacteria alive is such a high priority that the plants are more of a side effect than anything else. And
Yeah, you're
them, whether they are there or not, that soil needs to be cared for. And that's the difference,
100%.
and a huge difference in living soil versus like salts or just like bottled organics. It's just, it's a different.
Different
It's a
mindset.
different mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's commitment to the soil, not necessarily commitment to the plant.
Mm-hmm. Like, and yeah, like the way I'm looking at it is like when there's no plant in the pot, like it's over. We're in between. Like
Right,
a
season's
real,
done.
yeah,
We're
living
in the
soil
off season.
grower. No, like your soil's still alive. Your microbes are still there. Your worms are still in there. You don't want to disturb them. You know, it's so yeah, different
I
outlook.
didn't even
But
consider that, to tell you the truth, until you just mentioned it right now. That, like, yes, if I'm going to have a living soil bed, that bed is living and needs to
yeah,
continue living
so
every single day, whether the plant's there or not. There is no off season.
it's like I guess that's why like that EM5 stuff is super popular with like the living soil growers is because there's never a time where their tent is dormant. It's always
Yeah.
on. There's always something growing, you know? So you're never going to be able to get in there with like a bleach solution. You don't want to do that, right?
Right. Whoa,
So you,
what a perspective shift. That
right?
was
I know.
crazy.
As we think about these things, we just like we're learning together. It's fun. It
Yeah.
is. So
So many different ways and to grow, and different focuses and different specialties and areas. Like, oh my gosh.
I know, right?
One day
Everyone's
there's going to
got
be
their.
like specific specializations in like the very minute parts of growing. Like,
You'll
oh
be
yeah.
able to major in IPM and minor in like
Hmm.
worm
Microbes.
farming. Yeah,
Yeah.
double minor, microbes and worm farming. They go together.
Hell yeah, they do. They're besties.
They are. They are. So, what's another thing we want to do in between runs besides? I mean, the obvious, which is like not even talking about what you're doing with your harvest from the prior run, which is curing, trimming, sampling, smoking, enjoying the fruits of the harvest. And that's half the issue with like that's why it takes me 6 to 8 weeks to like reset and get all this shit done is because I'm stoned as can be. Like taking
Or
naps on the couch.
trimming. Oh, I guess
Trimming
what
exactly like and trying new weed that I'm not familiar with that I'm like oh whoa that's too much there. You know I want to
right.
take like 3 bong rips is perfect but 4 is too many, you know. That's when you're learning like how far you can push the envelope with this new batch.
Yeah.
At least
Plus,
with
you always
me.
kind of want to have that like lull afterwards. The harvest period is the largest expenditure of your energy in almost the entire process. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
making sure everything's done, the stress of it, the mental stress of getting to harvest and picking in the right time and dealing with all of that focus on it, and then the physical act of like taking down the plant and trimming or like taking off larger fan leaves, whether you break it down into branches or hang it whole. You may have to set up a whole different area to dry in. It's a huge expenditure of energy, both
Oh
mental
yeah.
and physical. So having that, like, God, I don't want to clean my tent right now, after that is pretty normal.
Trust me when I say that you will work 10 times as hard as you work during the grow in between the grow.
That's why it sucks.
Trimming, cleaning, resetting, buying new shit,
The buying new
fixing
shit,
old
at
shit.
least there's dopamine associated with that, but
Yeah,
the rest of it is just a grind. You
it's a
just got to
grind.
get
There's a
through it.
lot of
You
labor
just
involved.
got to do it.
Takes me a while at least. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Just I'm in the limbo phase. You know, it's like it's not fun, but it's like it's necessary. You set yourself up for success, and like having an easy grow by putting in the work kind of ahead of time. That's at least how I've always looked at it. You know, it's that organic mentality of like, you know, the nutrients are in the soil. Like by building the soil, by having a great foundation there, like we don't have to do much work. We don't have to add much else, you know? Same theory. You set yourself up with a good foundation, clean tent, all the things you need, and boom,
Right.
you're growing on easy street.
Make sure all your equipment is functioning properly
Yeah.
between the grows. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Replace things that need to be replaced.
We mentioned it on
Um,
a 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Calibrate your pH pen.
Calibrate your pH pen. It's so easy to do. It literally takes what, 5 minutes, if that? So easy.
Yeah,
No
go
reason not to.
at the very least, check the pH of your tap water or your water source. You know, at the very least, know what that input is at. Yeah, what else can we do in between runs, G3? Besides, I mean, I think
The fun part comes
the
next.
fun part is figuring out what the hell you're going to grow next.
What you
For
running? What you
me,
running? What you running? What you
well,
running?
that's the part I get excited about. It's like whether it's seed shopping or like clone acquiring. Yeah, though figuring out what you want to grow for
And
what
how you want
reason
to do it.
and how.
Yep.
Yeah.
My process is to take something that has been working for me for a really long time, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and I throw it out the window and I start all over again for absolutely no reason other than sheer curiosity and dopamine. Yep, it
We,
works.
you know,
I learn a lot this way.
I hear you. Well, so what are your kind of criteria that you look at for like figuring out what you want to grow next? Like what is there any real thing you're looking for? Is it just what something you come across on your feed, looks good, gets you excited, nice sale on the seed site, and you like I don't know, it could be anything.
It could be, yeah, and it basically starts with how I'm going to grow or my method for the next grow. If I'm going to be doing a large bed with one plant in it, well, that's going to be a significant choice. That's going to be a very different feel than if I'm running, a 4x4 and a 3x3, both with 4 auto pots in them. That's 2 totally different setups and 2 totally different planning periods. One focuses way more on seeds, uses stuff I already have. I don't even have to think about the environment or the grow process, and the seeds are my focus. Versus the other one, I pick one plant, and then my focus is getting the environment in the right place. So if it's depending on that. But then mostly I look at if I have anything in stock already, if I have a head stash, what's in it and what am I missing? Are there
That's
important
usually
strains that I
yeah.
haven't grown in a little bit that I really, really, really miss that worked super well for me? Like, I'm going to grow a mango smile every couple of runs. That's just how it's going to be. At this point, I'm going to grow a golden goat every couple of runs. It's just
All right. That's working
it
that good
it's
for
my
you. I love
medicine.
it.
That's what works for me. So that's like the medicinal part of my grow. And then the other side is the rec part where I get to explore a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's kind of an open-ended question to you, to
Hmm.
everyone, just to get you thinking about what are you, what gets you motivated to grow a certain thing. What are you looking for? Like why do you want to grow that particular strain? It could be any reason. You could see a picture of it on your Instagram feed. You know, those photogenic buds, man, they do. I love growing photogenic buds. You know,
So are you like a mostly a visual shopper for your seeds? You scroll through Instagram and
I
you're like,
mean,
hey. Do you go with like
I
the hype strains? Like, hey,
that's
Night
the
Owl has
question,
a
you
new
know?
drop and blah blah blah. This is
That's
this
the
and this is in it.
that's the
Or do you
question. Do
go
you
with
go with the
somebody
new
new?
drop or the old standby, like the staple that like he's put out for years and is known for? Or do you go with like the new stuff or the yeah, the hype or the an old faithful type thing? Like that it's there's no right answer. There's no right answer.
They're all right
Truly.
answers.
well, that,
Every single one
well,
of
that's what I
them is
meant.
the
There's
right
no
answer.
wrong answer.
There's no wrong
There's no
answer.
wrong
Yep.
answer.
Everything is correct. Fine, it works for you.
Every single one. Yeah, like it's like whatever gets you into it. I mean, you know, there I went through like a skunk and a sour phase, and I want like old school stuff, new school stuff, all the schools, right? We just
Give me my degrees.
yeah, variety is the spice of life, truly, and
Hmm.
I do enjoy having lots of different types of medicine. So I'm always strain shopping, doing my planning for next run, the run after that. Really, I mean, shit. I feel like sometimes I got like 5 years of grows planned out, like in my mind, just in terms of like things that I'd like to get to.
Yep.
Like,
And then it changes right up to the last second.
oh yeah, if you're a breeder or even a pollen chucker, I mean, I can only imagine like the you have such limited real estate to work with and like so many projects you want to get done and like so many things to grow. It's just that is to me one of like that's one of the most fun parts about this hobby is you can always imagine like grows of the future. You know, think the like just
Rose of the future.
like
Sounds
I'm
like
trying
a
to think of like
ride at
oh
Epcot.
oh the it's like a Dr. Seuss book like oh the plants that you will grow.
Oh, I love that. Oh, the plants you'll grow.
Oh, the plants you'll grow. You know, there's so many possibilities, and that's to me that's the fun part. And it's like I got 5 years worth of grows planned out, and every single one of them coincides. The harvest coincides right up with a vacation. I have a knack of doing that.
It's tradition at this
As
point.
is tradition, yes.
You can't change it.
So, but that's all part of the challenge and the fun, and you know, really, it's a puzzle is making these grows kind of fit in the events like the that you know are coming up in your own life, right?
Absolutely. So you are in limbo right now. You are in the liminal
I'm in a
period.
true limbo, yeah.
Do you know what
So,
you're growing next?
well, let's see. Like, there is a child growing currently, and that, but I might be able to squeeze one more
Not
grow
in your
in
tent.
between. Not in my tent. No, 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 no.
Yes.
My wife's my wife's belly. So that's due in January. G3. You know, do the math. It's like I got another grow. That's you know I can do a grow and then I can worry
Yeah.
about
Paternity
readjusting
leave.
to a new life. Yeah.
Right. A little bit of paternity leave. And
Yeah.
then once things settle down a little bit, bring it back online.
So yeah, like that's
So,
kind of I guess my mind is how can I best like make like my harvest day literally like the due day of my my son's due date, because knowing me that's exactly what I'm going to do, right? To be like, oh
yep.
shit, I wanted to chop today, but oh my god, my wife's got going into labor. I'd be like, can you
They're
come up here?
orange.
Can you come up here and help me chop these plants? And she'll be like, can you come down here and help me go to the hospital? Like, oh shit, that snuck up on me. I was so worried about this grow.
Man, yeah, you better get seeds wet ASAP.
No, so I am a little bit ahead of the gang, or ahead of the game. I do have plants and veg right now, like in 1 gallon
Ah,
pots. So yeah, I got 4 plants that I can transplant once
which
the
ones are
soil's
in
prepped
veg
and
right
ready to
now?
go, and I got plants on deck. G3.
Which plants are in veg right now?
I have let's see, I got 3 clones from Neighborhood Skunk. One
Oh,
of
the
them is
clones. Yep, I
yeah,
know it there. Okay.
one's that like the one from Lovin' in Her Eyes, like a
Yep, straw
strawberry
chop cherry.
Tropicana cherry. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The one's a clone from Joint, that grape
Grape
jalapeno,
jalapeno. Mm-hmm.
and
And
the
then orange
other,
gasm
yep, orange gasm from Irie.
from Irie. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which is the golden goat cross.
Indeed. Yep.
It's
Indeed.
a Tangy golden goat cross.
I
So
know.
this is like my greatest love and my truest hate, you
Nemesis.
know? So we'll
Well,
see how that works out.
like we've kind of discovered, G3, like if the Tangy can be tamed effectively, it really does add a
That is a
nice
giant
terp.
if because Tangy is not easily
She
controlled.
doesn't like to be tamed.
She's a bully.
Doesn't like to be tamed. But yeah, some of the terpiest weed I've ever smoked comes from that lineage. It's, you cannot deny how loud it is.
She's straight up offensive. They'll
Mm-hmm.
kick your teeth in.
Very loud.
Yeah.
Very loud.
Most of the time it's just way too much for me. Too like it's so overbearing.
All right.
I do admit that when it's like a very nice when you get that like just hint of like a Terry's chocolate orange in there, that works.
That
That
sounds
works.
good.
But it's hard to find.
Yeah, right. So let's assume, right, like my plants once transplanted, I give them another 2-3 weeks in veg, maybe, to just chill out in those big pots and get used to the big tent. And then I got 9-10 weeks of flower. So what? That's 12 weeks. That's 3 months. What's it? I'm doing the math right now. So that's October,
That's the end of
November.
December.
That's the end of December. Yeah,
And
I
she's
better
due
get this shit
when?
started. I better get this party started.
How long are you can do another 2 weeks of veg?
I told you, G3. It is, as is tradition. I
Can
will
I
inevitably
can I just recommend you flip them?
align my harvest with the major life events in my life. Like I'm just not good at this. I think I am, but I'm not. Like don't be like me. Don't be like me.
Can you just like flip them? For all
I
of our
mean, I
sake.
can't, no, because
I
they're in
don't
one
want
gallon
her to kill
pots right
you.
now. I have to.
You have that
No, I'm gonna
button.
be
Can't
coming
you
home
can
from the hospital and stuff. Like, no, I gotta check on my dry tent.
how close is the hospital?
5 minutes now. I'm kind of, I'm joking. I'm joking,
You're
but
not.
kind of not. No, this is coming down to the wire here. I better get this. I better get my ass in gear if I want to get this done in the right amount of time. I know. I see that.
Yeah.
But so that it's for
Yeah.
me, all part of it is the planning, the imagining, and for you, the planning involves, like upgrading too. That's a thing we can
Yeah.
do in between grows is
Or change
upgrade.
or pivoting, changing
Yeah.
something completely. Whether that's going with a new set of nutrients or getting a new light or trying switching from autos to photos. All of those things have things you have to
Yeah.
be concerned about, you know? Maybe you're an auto grower and you're trying photos for the first time and you haven't really had to be concerned about light control before or leaks or things like that. And all of a sudden you got to make sure that that tent is light leak proof.
Oh yeah. It's Always a scary proposition. Is this dark enough?
Yeah.
Do my plants think that this is dark? Like, that's the question. You're like, how dark is dark, kind of thing. When the lights are
Dark is
out.
dark enough when you sit in your tent and you let your eyes adjust for a minimum of like, I do at least 4 to 5 minutes. No light. So, like, completely zip yourself in the tent and sit there for 5 minutes and let your eyes completely adjust to the darkness. And if you can see light, so can your plants.
Like, if you can see your hand in front of your face still.
I
Too
mean,
much
like,
light.
I don't like, I can, if I see pinpricks of
Yeah,
light
yeah.
on the inside, I will get that reflective tape that they make for the insides of tents or whatever. And I'll just put that on it. It's really easy peasy. Your zipper isn't really a big deal. Like, you know how you can sometimes see your light shining through the zipper on the outside of your tent? That's a different light level than your plants are getting on the inside. So you don't really have to worry about light coming through the zipper too much. But yeah, no light.
Unless your zipper starts to fail you.
Yeah.
Like yours did. So, yeah, always,
It did. Zip,
always
take
be
care of your
checking.
zipper, whether it's oil it or you can like run soap along, like bar soap. Get a bar of, I don't know, ivory and run it along the zipper. And then take the
Okay.
zipper itself and run it along it so it kind of like spreads that soap and it will keep it going smoothly.
Cool. Cool. So yeah, I think we got a pretty good checklist going of things we got to accomplish in this laborious limbo phase in between our actual plant growing. The part that we actually like. It's like it's almost like you find out with every hobby. Like there's this like yeah, it's like 20% of it is just doing the thing you love to do, and the other 80% is like setting up to do that thing that you love to do.
That's why it's a
Not all
passion.
that fun, but
If it
it's
was easy, everyone would do it.
yeah, for sure,
You know?
for sure.
Gotta
No,
pay
I
the
went up.
piper.
So just side, sidetrack. I went out on a hike today, right
Ooh.
on the Blue Mountain. It's where the Appalachian Trail comes through Pennsylvania.
Beautiful.
Not really nice. It's this nice like ridge on the top. This part where it overlooks the valley. You got like a 270-degree view. Okay, and it's hawk season now, like bird season. So it's just hawks and falcons and turkey vultures. It's crazy. And there was this dude up there with like he had like spotting equipment, all these high tech binoculars, like he had been up there all day, right? And it wasn't an easy hike in by any means, too. It was like he had to carry all this stuff, he had to lug it all in, and then it's like, yeah, just the hobby is doing the thing on top of the mountain. It's like, but getting to that point took him most of the day, I'm sure. You know what I mean? So it's just an analogy for kind of what we go through too.
Yep. Suffer for what you love.
You do. You do, for
It's
sure.
character building. Cleaning your tent builds character.
It definitely does.
I mean, God, if
Definitely.
you have kids and they need something to do, put them to work.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Teach the kid to clean the tent.
That'll be fun when I can command my son to go do that thing I don't like to do myself for me, please. Right? Isn't that how it works? That's fatherhood in a nutshell, right?
Sure.
I know it's not. I know. If only, right? If only.
I mean, there's some of that, sure.
Like, fuck you, Dad. You little shit. Get over here, you little shit. No.
Never ever.
No, it'll be a lot more just good vibes. Good vibes. Yeah, so I want to go in a Patreon garden. I do.
Yes. Let's see some
I
pretty
do.
plants.
Let's see. We added a couple new Patreons too. I want to thank. Let's see. We got Matt. We got Brian. Thank you guys. Thank you guys
Thank
for signing
you.
up. Appreciate you. Anyone else out there want to come join the crew, support the podcast? Find us on Patreon. You get extra content with that. We did a
We just had
hidden
Cultivation
show this
Congregation
weekend.
on
That's
Sunday.
right.
Another shout out to Fi for coming up with that brilliant name. I will thank him
That's
over
right.
and over and over for that because it's amazing.
The secret show, only available to Patreons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and sometimes Cap drops like the pre-show recordings. Which
yeah, I've been. Isn't that fun? I love that actually.
They're so absurd. Yeah.
That's something
there's
people
like
have
pre-show
seemed to like
recordings
that.
on the Patreon page and stuff. So
we always said the pre-show. Sometimes we have interesting conversations with each other, with the guests who come on. It's just like, we just why isn't this part of the conversation recorded too? Well, now it is.
It's good because you know how many times we've shrieked at each other, save it for the show.
You get to hear us say that now. Yeah, that's a cool perk. You get the show early. What else? You get your own room on our Patreon or on our Discord. And with that comes the potential of us breaking in during a show live to check on your work.
Show us your pretty plants.
If you explicitly don't want that, you can also make that request. It's not like, it doesn't have to happen.
If you don't have to have a garden. You don't have to show your work if you don't want to.
Oh, you could also have a garden and have us not break in. If you have social anxiety, you don't want to.
Exactly.
It's okay. It's okay.
It can be however.
But today, we're going to go on into Uncle Bob's garden. Right? I know. Who we also got to meet at the pop-up, the Alabrije pop-up. It was a wonderful human being. And actually, we're going to see something that he gave me a little gift for you that we're going to end up seeing.
I can't wait for this. I'm going to have to come up and collect it. I actually have stuff for you anyway, so that'll work out just fine. Ooh, look at those leaves.
This was back during our grow along. He was growing the black bourbon.
Right. We had a couple people growing that. All of them turned out so beautiful.
Yeah, really, really nice. And
look at
actually,
the size of that girl.
I want to show you. Even I think it was back up here. Yeah, look at this. He's making his own basement IMO. How cool is this? Right, you got a little crate. Some rice, some bran and rice, I believe. Go outside, right? Grab some leaves in tote. Put that rice and the bran in that box in the center of the tote with the leaves. You grow a little fuzzy white stuff on it. You mix that with, that's the bran, right? Yeah, look at that. It's awesome. That's that potent bokashi type stuff, right?
This is like a whole new world opening up. It's amazing.
Super cool. Yeah, he even gives you, instructions. So this to me looks like this is like what bokashi looks like. So I imagine this is it's your kind of harvesting and then growing a culture of locally sourced microorganisms that you can then put into your medium. Local microbes, right?
Does that affect the what is that word again? That
The
terroir?
terroir, yeah,
Yeah. Does
of
that
course it
affect that?
does. I'm at 100% G3. All part
So
of the
here's
yes.
my question then. If I was growing a plant from, say, I don't know, say I was going like an Acapulco Gold, could I get local microbes from its natural environment, like down in Mexico, and establish those in my pot and create at least partially the terroir of its original habitat? Do you think the plant would do better that way or would have no effect at all?
It logically, it seems like it should do better, right? I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, it's the same idea as changing your light spectrum to
yeah,
match the environment that it originally
yeah.
comes from.
Or like, yeah, if it's a equatorial sativa, like raise your temperature in your tent to like 86,
Right.
right?
So it's just another level of, I guess,
Trying to,
influencing the environment to be more like home.
yeah, for sure,
Interesting. I wonder if that
for sure.
affects the
I mean,
taste
like
and
certain plants
whatnot.
that like grew on like mountain, high elevation, like mountain tops, right? Some soil conditions, and the soil pH might have been like 9, right? Or it could have been
Mhm.
very acidic.
Mm,
Could have been like
yeah,
4.5.
sure.
Who knows? And the plant just like learned how to grow in those conditions, and the microbes in that environment kind of like help the plant exist in that way. And yeah, maybe there is something there. I don't know.
I'm kind of interested
Fuck
in
around,
that.
find out.
Is it illegal to have dirt, wet dirt shipped from places?
That's I don't think so,
I mean,
but
you can't like it's you can't ship plants very well, right?
mm,
It's
you go
difficult to
through
ship
customs with your
plants going through
IMO
customs.
2 culture. Like, yeah, I don't know if you're gonna get through customs with that shit.
Right.
You're gonna be like, what's this white fuzz in this tote? Citizen, step over here in this line. We're gonna cavity search you. You're not, this is. I don't know what's going on here. We got white fuzz in a tote. I need all parties to gate A4 immediately. Yeah, I don't think you're getting through customs with that shit. But
But if somebody shipped me a
dirt, no,
block
no
of
dirt.
slightly damp local dirt through the USPS, would it arrive at my door? And would the microbes still
Mm,
be alive?
it's a great.
Imagine if you like saran wrapped it or something.
Yeah, you can bring them back to life too.
Saran wrap it and put it in foil. They'd like think it's drugs and they'd open it up and it's dirt. My microbe,
It's
no.
just dirt. Yeah,
No,
that's
no, no,
kind
no.
of
The drugs come later.
the thing
The
with the
dirt is first.
soil is like it's the microbes in the soil never really like die. You can bring them back. Like it's just yeah. Like if you let it dry out, they're not going to be happy. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not
I
gonna
mean, you'll
exist
definitely
in.
lose. They're mortal. You'll definitely
Yeah,
lose.
most of them will die, but
Probably
I'm
not
saying
your whole
like
population, but
no,
I'd rather not go through the
and they'll come
pain in
back
the
too.
ass of rebuilding a population when saran wrap is easy
That's
enough
right.
to not have microbe
That's
genocide.
right. Especially if you go out of your way to like harvest the microbes like this and introduce them to your soil. It's like, yeah, if it's just as easy as kind of keeping your soil moist and your tent running in between runs to keep them happy and thriving, then do that.
I love that.
Yeah, so obviously our dude, Uncle Bob, is an organic man, right?
Mhm.
He's got an auto end of veg tent. He's got many tents. He's a man of many tents, as most of our growers tend to be. At look at this monster. beautiful.
So pretty.
Here we'll go to a recent one, more recent.
I want to see that one with the rails on it.
Yep, yep.
Yep.
He said this was day
Ooh, she's a
30
big girl.
of flower.
Day 30 of
Day
flower.
30. Yeah. Which that's about when this type of like that's about when this starts to happen. Like this is that black bourbon. I can tell
I
you
know
that
she's
right now.
just so big.
Just looking at the leaves on
So big.
her,
30
the
days
the
to flower.
frost on
Oh, that's
on
pretty.
the stem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just I've grown some of these. This is definitely that black bourbon. Okay. Purplish
Oh,
buds.
look at the shape of that leaf on the top left. My goodness.
Beautiful.
Joins plants have absolutely spectacular leaves.
The best
See,
leaves,
I mean,
really.
across the board, all of his strains just have
Yeah,
absolutely beautiful leaves.
they do. I don't know what it is.
No,
They're
but
like noticeably bigger than like other plants that I've grown too. It's
and
funny.
like structurally beautiful. A lot of it,
Hmm.
there's a lot of symmetry in a lot of his leaves. You know, you get a lot of asymmetry in some plants, and his leaves have a lot of symmetry. And I get
Hmm.
all sevens and nines pretty much.
That's like kind of like it's just a testament to that good breeding practices,
Yeah.
rigorous testing and culling of ones that don't make the cut. Like you do end up seeing like some of those genetic anomalies and defects come out in the leaves. And you get those like asymmetrical looking ones, like the chicken foot phenos, the like the random mutations and like one-off kind of
Mhm.
structurally weird looking leaves is a sign of genetic anomalies. It just is.
Yep.
So, but yeah, day 30 flower, that's when you're going to start to see maximum frost levels starting to come in. You're going to start to see, you're going to start to smell terps developing. I love that part of the grow. You get excited for like seeing the plant take its final form. Here we are in the auto tent around day 75. Is it weird that you didn't even need to tell me that this was the auto tent? I could tell you that it was.
Ooh.
Is that weird?
Nope, that's not weird. That's experience.
Not, and it's not like it's a very subtle kind of thing. I'm not sure how to even explain it. Now, I guess one of the dead giveaways, right, are the three the chicken foot pheno thing going on you have with some of these leaves, right? This
Hmm.
Yeah, see these genetic anomalies in the leaves coming out. Like that's a little bit of an auto expression too.
Yes, I see way
A
more in autos.
feminized auto thing, right? You get these like this
Well,
one
because
right
it's
down here.
you get
See
a
see
lot
what
of
I'm
it from
talking
that
about?
ruderalis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because ruderalis has that like three kind of large fingers, and then it kind of dies off after that, and your fives and stuff are significantly smaller. So yeah, I think
Yeah,
that ruderalis really, if you have more ruderalis in there, it can be expressed that way.
I think so too. There's just something about it, like a certain look. But yeah,
Yeah,
still auto wise, these look fantastic,
beautiful.
beautiful, frosty.
Every time I see that the hangers on the corners of the tent, I go, "Gosh, that's clever."
Ooh,
Ooh, pretty.
those are my favorite fades. I think the ones that are like
Yes, the tiger stripey ones,
yeah,
like
tiger
purple,
stripe,
pinky tiger stripes.
purple with like the yellow interveinal kind of spots. Yeah,
So pretty.
Sometimes you get like a red and a pink in there too. Just beautiful. All right, now we're back in the photo
Ooh,
tent,
look at those.
right? There's some
Chunky,
happy
chunky, chunky,
girls.
chunky. And look at the
Look at
size of those leaves. My goodness.
she's fading up purple. Chonky buds too. Man, what's this? Some pollen? Collecting
Mm.
pollen? Yeah, that's definitely
Mm-hmm.
what he's doing. He's painting the pollen onto, looks like this is in the auto tent. He's doing a little, he's making some beans.
Mm-hmm.
Also growing some
I'd say
mushrooms. Look
pollen
at that.
chucking, but that's definitely not chucking. Placing lovingly,
Allegedly growing mushrooms in Minecraft.
allegedly.
Certainly not in real life. This looks like another like IMO type project. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what that is. Maybe someone else in the chat knows why we'd have a bunch of milk jugs. Like what does it say?
Ooh,
Maybe we
good
get a
call.
clue. It says blazing star at the bottom.
Hmm.
Swamp milkweed, purple cornflower, butterfly milkweed.
Oh, it's what you call it? He's taking all of the plants from his garden and turning them into nummies for his plants.
Ah, that's cool. So like, yeah, look, this is a cool project you do in between like outdoor garden runs, you know? Super cool. All right, let's see some new ones. Man, these are beautiful plants.
Oh,
Is this that black bourbon? I
it's got
think
to be the
so,
black
man.
bourbon.
Yeah.
Look at the size of those leaves.
Yeah.
She's just darker
I
and
know.
chunkier.
That's beautiful. Beautiful plant.
Look how easy she's going to be able to trim too. There's like no superfluous sugar leaves on her. It's all big ones that just come right off.
Yeah. Now,
So
I'm trying
easy.
to see what's going on in this tent here. Looks like we have a. Is this a bottom watering situation? I see like a tube. Yeah, the pots look wet from the bottom, but
Yes.
mm,
I agree. They
doesn't
look damp at the
necessarily
bottom.
mean he's bottom watering. He might be, he might not be. Either way, it's not like an auto pot. It's not like a an earth box. He does have
Could
a
be like a
nice.
tree to grow or something.
Yeah, it could be. But happy plants, I'll tell you that much. Okay, he does have a reservoir. Huh. Okay. It's like yeah, it's just a tray. It's like wicking from the bottom.
Yeah, just standardized butt chugging.
Nah, I don't know what that thing is right there. Like this is definitely a product. I don't think I've seen it before. It looks kind of like that AC Infinity self-watering base, but a little bit
Mm-hmm.
more robust, bigger,
Yeah,
maybe a little bit more features, but not quite an Earth box. So it's yeah, I don't know. Pretty cool.
maybe it's just a DIY
Yeah, it
butt chugger.
definitely could be knowing our man Uncle Bob. Yo, look
Mm-hmm.
at that. Look at
Whoa.
that.
Oh my
Oh,
God. Go back in there.
I know, right? I just want to get lost
Oh
in those
my
trichomes.
goodness. Look at those sugar. They're absolutely covered in trichomes. Look at them.
Mm,
Wow. Look, all the way, all the leaf like stems are covered
I
too.
can smell her. I can smell her through that screen. My God.
That is a pretty girl.
Yeah, yeah, he's doing, all the starts and stuff for his outdoor garden. He's got up in his indoor tent. That's what I was doing this year
Hmm.
too.
Starts for cannabis, next to starts
Yep.
for peppers.
Yeah, peppers. Peppers. Just a
Nice
all
little
around
farm.
good grower. He knows
Hmm.
he knows what he's doing. So here, let's go. What is he doing here with this trash bag?
Keeping the
I know
moisture
what he's
in.
doing. Yeah, yeah. It's like a DIY pot cover, like a artificial mulch layer. Just just something you put on top of the pot to prevent the light from penetrating into the soil, to keep it moist up there, to keep it alive up there.
Hmm.
It likes the darkness. I mean, you're not going to get like a fungal bloom. You're not going to get one of those yeah, um, mycelium blooms if you're getting light penetrating. It
Hmm.
likes the dark.
Yep.
So very cool. Good
Fungus feeds all
idea.
of it.
Oh yeah, look at those feeder roots coming in at the top. You know you're doing it right when you see the feeder roots come in, man. It means you trained them to be looking for that soil to be looking for the food up at the top of the soil. Like usually, or at least, not usually. Just depends on the style of growing. Those feeder roots in a synthetic setup are going to be found at the bottom of the pot, right? Where all the salts accumulate. Okay?
Hmm.
Not at yeah, not like what you're doing, which is putting the food at the top. They're trained. The plant knows it's smart. The food's at the top, so put the feeder roots where the food is. One thing that definitely helps with that too is darkness, moisture at the top of the pot. So yeah, black trash bags for the win. Sprouting
Are those beans? Oh
beans.
yeah.
Yeah.
The shadow was throwing me.
I love the
Wow,
the
they got way
two-tiered
bigger.
growing setup, yeah.
Yeah.
Little bench in the
He does.
tent.
Is
That's
that a
cool.
2x4? He does an awful lot in there.
Yeah, right?
That is a little bit of space, and he is managing an awful lot in that tent.
That's a lot of plants in a little
That's
tent.
excellent space management.
I agree. When the plants are tiny like this, they don't need a lot of personal space. You can kind of cram them all together. As long as you got decent airflow in veg, it doesn't matter. If you find some wet spots where leaves are touching, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yep.
You're in veg. Whoa, come on. Getting that one ready for flower. Love it. That little
So
scrognet's going to help you. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I want to see his. Look at that IMO
ooh,
collection.
fuzzy, fuzzy. Don't you want to touch it?
I do.
It looks like cotton.
It does. It's beautiful in
It is. It's absolutely beautiful.
an interesting way. Yeah, that's really cool. So, yeah, look, that's like his IMO collection, local IMO, organic gardener, man. This guy's just multi-talented. He's got autos, he's got photos, he grows indoors, he grows outdoors. Yeah, just check out his outdoor garden.
Ooh.
These pictures need to load a little faster. What
Nice
gives?
work on that bed.
I know, I know. The border and stuff for it is very nice. Come on. You got a cool outdoor garden. Now, I'll show you later in the season too, because he was growing outdoors all year.
Ooh, color.
Right? Beautiful, beautiful fade. So he's got some
Some boyas.
outdoor cannabis plants as well. That's what I wanted to get to. Friendly bugs, caterpillars, ladybugs. Yeah, in those
What a
beds he
happy
was
looking
building,
garden.
right? Yeah, he's putting a bunch of different cannabis plants. So he says he's got a Outcast Mystery, 2 Hubba Bubba grapes by joint. He's got a pre 98 Bubba. I think that's another joint too, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Summer Lemons. Great sounding outdoor strains.
Mm-hmm. Big happy
And
girl.
yeah, yeah, right. They look
They look great.
they look like they're enjoying that natural sun, I'll tell you that much. Kiddie pool to grow. Love that. I love that.
It's so smart and it's really easy to do with their damn it.
You throw an aqua valve in that.
Yeah, they have like a
Mm-hmm.
specific kit that you can get that is just one aqua valve with a cover and all of the stuff you need to do exactly this. Turn a large basin type space into a tray to grow or an auto pot in one form or another. It's what I'm doing with that big ass basin for the living soil. And I think it's like
No, it's a
not expensive either. It's like
no,
$30.
no. You don't need much. Yeah, this is minimal equipment for like maximal results. That's why this style appeals to a lot of people.
Plant growers are just ingenious.
Right?
Always thinking outside the box. Pretty.
Uncle Bob knows the importance of pollinators in outdoor gardening. Appreciating the pollinators.
So pretty.
And the just I love doing this. Yeah, like the flowers really are they're just meant to be admired, you know? Like they're just
Mhm.
they really are. Like they're designed to be eye-catching to the bug, to you,
Yeah, they're like
to
little
be
droplets
spread.
of joy.
Yeah, yeah. It's like notice me. The plant says notice me.
Oh, I just love flowers so much. Look at that.
The bee doesn't think about like, wow, what a beautiful plant.
Oh, I
It's
just love
just
it. Is that bee
it's
balm? I think that's bee balm. It's so like
yeah,
seasicle, and it's just amazing.
that looks awesome. Yeah, the bee is not conscious of what it does, you know? It's drawn to the shape, the color, the smell. Yeah, look at these mammoth plants. Haven't even started flowering yet. That's the crazy part about growing outdoors. You're
They're big.
unless you're growing an
That bed's gonna
auto,
get cozy.
yeah, you're kind of at the whims of the season, right? So this is what I got from Uncle Bob for you, G3.
I'm so excited about this. I can't even tell you.
He
Look
made
at how
one
amazing that is.
for you. And as you can see, it is a composter, which is designed to put in your soil, like like so. Like you would dig a little hole for it in your bed,
Mm-hmm.
pop this sucker down in there, okay?
Yep. Wormies go in,
And then, yeah, you fill with
compost goes
food
in,
scraps. Yeah,
casting comes out.
right? Worms have access with all these holes that are in it, and they eat the food scraps. They go out into the soil and work their magic.
I'm so,
Yeah,
so excited about it.
really cool design. Like, I mean, you have to tell us, Uncle Bob. Did you fire this like in a kiln yourself? Because,
He must have.
dude,
Like
this
it's all
is
glazed.
awesome, dude. Yeah, it's glazed like real
Yeah,
pottery.
definitely fired in the kiln.
I mean, again, this is
Thank you so much, Uncle Bob. Like
this is
this is
awesome.
that is amazing and such an incredibly thoughtful gift.
It is.
It's so unique and I cannot wait to try it. I have
I
a
know
big
she's
ass
gonna put it
pot
to good use.
just for it. It's gonna be so
Yeah,
good.
with their new big pot adventures.
Mm-hmm.
I just love, you can tell by like the pictures and stuff that the way like Uncle Bob appreciates nature. Just, you know, got close-ups of the flowers, close-ups of the bugs. It just he appreciates it. I'm the same way. Like you look at my iPhoto collection of stuff. It's just like there's like where's all the people? Like it's just like
All
landscapes and
plants.
rocks, plants,
Yep.
bugs,
Views from height.
sunsets. Like just like do you ever see any people? Like
Why would
yeah,
I do
here's a
something like
few.
that? I see them on Tuesday night.
It's just yeah, like I swear I take lots of pictures of nature. I just
Yeah.
I'm an
When I'm
appreciator
with
of
my
nature.
friends, I'm too in the moment to worry about pictures most of the time, to tell you
That's
the truth. It's just, I
amen.
try and remember to take
Mm.
pictures. And when I do, they're great. But
Look at that. He had a little bug in there. You see that? A little caterpillar
yeah,
eating at his buds. Pooping
caterpillar.
all over it. You see that?
Bud
Ooh.
rot. Yep. You got a caterpillar, you're going to get botrytis.
He noticed that right away. Yeah,
Nice catch.
for sure. Now that's not like is
I
that
imagine.
botrytis or is that just like mold or a fungus growing from like the the bug poop? You know what I mean?
It is, I
Like
think it's botrytis that, I mean, it's definitely mold, but I specifically think that the
yeah.
mold is botrytis and it is caused from that caterpillar. Yes.
All right. So in this case, it wouldn't be systemic.
So,
That's what confuses me about this stuff. It's
right.
like so is the plant trash now, or is it, or we just cut this off
I mean, a lot of
and like
it really comes down to personal
yeah, no,
preference. I think that
we wash.
maybe there's a little more, if you catch it this early, like you can see it's starting to go brown, but you can't really see any like of that webbing type, that like you know what I mean, when you're actually seeing the mold itself. This is almost
Hmm.
like, so I feel like this, if you take it off, if you really watch, and because it's outside, that there's a little more leeway, but it still makes me very uncomfortable, to tell you the truth. um
I just don't get a good feeling about. It. No,
they just don't
I,
like mold. They just
I
don't
don't either. I
like
don't
it.
either.
But you know, how do you avoid it when you're
You don't
outside?
outdoors. You can't. That's why I'm saying you would just cut this off, and like the plant continues. You know, like look how big the plant is. You telling me if you found one little bud
See, if it was
with
like
that
that,
little
then
bug
maybe,
in there?
because it's not at the point where it's kind of like producing more of its own spores. If you can get that out of there and then watch it like a hawk, and because it's not a humidity issue necessarily. That was specifically caused by that caterpillar. So whether you can do something from an IPM standpoint or whether you just absolutely check every single bud all the time like a crazy person, I guess you do what you can. One of the reasons I'm less inclined to like keeping anything that had mold on it from inside a tent is that it's sitting in its own
Yeah.
air for long periods of time, and that air
Little
is
stagnant.
circulating around it. So it's just like blowing the botrytis
Yeah.
around. Whereas when you're outside, you have wind blowing through, you have more general airflow. Keep your plants defoliated, I guess,
I
and do the best you can. But I
somewhat
think it's
logical.
kind of slightly. I think it's slightly different when you're outside.
I
Jury's
think
still out on this. I mean, mold is such a really difficult issue for me to draw a hard and fast rule for anybody but myself. I can only do what I'm comfortable with, and you guys do what you're comfortable with.
What kind of peppers are those? They look like jalapenos, but not really.
They
They
look
look
like
kind
those
of
like
like
salsa peppers. Do you know what I mean? I've grown peppers like that before, and I don't remember what they're called, but I bought them specifically, that strain specifically to use in salsa. Ooh,
yeah. Look at this. Now that's coming along. Now that's an
holy
outdoor
cow.
plant in September, right? Mid-September. I don't know where he's at. I have to imagine maybe around us, G3. Maybe a little south of where we're at, but yeah, if you're growing outdoors around here, it's got to be a couple weeks halfway through flower by now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one looks beautiful.
She does.
It is not a tangy. Not tangy. But it is beautiful nonetheless. Yeah, we got some monarchs, man. Yeah, just really love your photography skills, Uncle Bob. Really love your growing skills.
Oh, is that a bee?
Yeah, right?
Oh,
A fat little bumblebee.
oh my God, I love bumbles so much.
They are cool. They're just,
They're amazing.
yeah, just
I planted a
the
whole pollinator
workers.
garden for them. They are insane over my allium flowers. Allium are like ornamental onions, honestly, but they make these like purple puffball flowers, and the bumbles go nuts for them. Ooh,
Yeah,
ladybug
what's that?
larva.
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
So that turns into a ladybug?
yeah,
No way.
yeah. And they're actually way better at eating pests than even the adults are. Like the adults are
Holy
really
shit.
great at aphids, I think, and these guys kind of are just nonstop eating machines. They'll devour a lot. But yeah,
Holy shit.
larva.
Holy shit. Yeah, what an awesome garden, Uncle Bob. Thank you
Indeed.
for allowing us to break in like the Kool-Aid man. We appreciate you posting your pictures. We appreciate you being a supporter of the show, sir.
Thank you so much.
And we appreciate you making compost towers. Beautiful.
Let's try.
If they ever
So
become
pretty. Look at the
available,
color.
let us
Ah,
know, man. Yeah, this is something you should, yeah. I know
this
it
this
probably
is
takes a
something
lot of
you should
work, but now I want one.
Etsy that shit up. It's amazing. Webpage, something.
Yeah, love to see that kind of ingenuity. That's all. But yeah, G3.
It has been
2
a long
hours deep.
evening, sir. I know
Let's get out of here.
we gotta stop running this long.
I know.
It's very late. All right. Thank you guys in the chat so much for hanging with us tonight. It is a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. And like it's funny because people that are at work that listen to podcasts love a long show. They're always like, yeah, we love the long shows. People that listen live, not so much. Our attention spans, hey, I get it. Like more than half the people that were listening at the beginning are no longer here. Just I don't
We
have the
understand it's
patience.
late.
The good part about the podcast is like you just hit pause, you come back to it a few hours later
Exactly.
when you're ready for more, you know? So it's in whatever format you want it to be in, guys. That's the
Right.
point. And
All of the previous episodes are available on YouTube on our Cultivation Conversation page listed under the lives, not under videos.
yo, thanks for watching, Canacan. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Smoke Ring Ganic. It's what? Vato Concharo. A couple shout outs before we go. Cat Piss. All the names always make me laugh. G3, thank you again.
And thank you, sir.
Hey, pleasure's all
Always a
mine.
joy. Really.
It is. And we'll
Tuesday
catch
is
you
my favorite.
guys next Tuesday. And most importantly, until then, whatever you do, don't get caught.